Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video we are going to discuss about relational database. A relational database is a database where the data is stored in the tables and the tables are related to each other or linked to each other by using some keys, and those keys we call them as primary key and foreign key. This is the example of relational database where we have two tables called student table and course table. In the student table we have course ID, as well as in the course table we have course ID. The course ID present in the course table is called it as primary key, and the course IDs present in the student table are called as foreign keys. So using this course ID column or field, these two tables, student and course, are linked to each other. Now what is a primary key and what is a foreign key? A primary key is a column, or it can be a set of columns that will uniquely identify each record in a table. In the student ID table, the student ID is the primary key, which will uniquely identify each record here in the student table. The primary key column cannot contain duplicate values, and it cannot contain the null values as well. But a foreign key is a key which is a primary key of another table and which is help for referencing another table. As you can see, the course ID present in the course table is the primary key, and the course ID present in the student table is foreign key. Now this course ID present in the student table is referencing the primary key course ID present in the course table. So in this way, in the relational database we can have multiple tables, and those multiple tables can be linked to each other with the help of this primary and foreign key relationship. So therefore these databases are called as relational databases, and in the relational databases we store the data in the tables, and the table consists of rows and columns. Rows are called as records and columns are called as fields. So in the student table we have 4 records, and in the course table as well as we have 4 records and 2 fields, and in the student table we have 4 fields. Moving next to what are the difference between the primary key and foreign key. As we have already discussed, a primary key is a column, or it can be a multiple columns, set of columns that will uniquely identify each record in a table, whereas a foreign key is a column in one table that refers to the primary key of another table. This is very important. A primary key cannot have duplicate values, but a foreign key can contain duplicate values. As you can see here, the course ID in the student table is the foreign key and it contains duplicate values. C002 is repeated 2 times here. Okay, so it contains duplicate values. The primary key cannot have null values, but a foreign key can contain null values. So these are some of the major differences between the primary key and foreign key. Now these are some of the popular relational databases that we are using: MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, MongoDB, IBM DB2, SQL Server, Oracle, and Microsoft Access. Now we are moving to SSMS. In the SSMS, I will show you some of the examples which will clarify our understanding on relational databases and primary key and foreign key. This is the student data and it is a database, and as I said, in the relational database the data is stored in the tables. So we have three tables: course table, enrollment table and student table. And I also said that the tables can be linked to each other. So first of all we will see the student table. In the student table, see, we have student ID, full name A. Student ID column is acting as the primary key in this table. Okay. Similarly, we have course table, and course ID present in this table is acting as a primary key in this table. And we should keep in our mind that primary key cannot contain duplicate values and primary key cannot contain null values. So you can see it is starting with 101 and it ending at 105. So no duplicates are there and incremented by 1. Okay. So similarly we have enrollment table. In the enrollment table, this enrollment ID acts as a primary key of this table, whereas student ID and course ID, these two fields are acting as foreign key columns, because this student ID here is referencing the primary key of student table and the course ID is referencing to the primary key of course table, and these two fields you can see they are having duplicate values in it. One is repeated two times. Okay. Similarly, in the course ID column you can see 101 is repeated two times, 103 is also repeated two times. So they are having some duplicate values. So foreign key can contain duplicate values and it can also contain null values, but the primary key column cannot contain null values and it cannot contain the duplicate values. Hope you understand this video, these concepts. So for more such videos on SQL and databases and data warehousing concepts, please like and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching this video.